Welcome to SmartCookie's tutorial. SmartCookie is the app for teachers who value their time, the app for teachers who need one single app to manage their teaching business, and the app for teachers like you. As you will see, SmartCookie is super intuitive, super simple to use. But anyway, if you want to stay in this tutorial, I walk you through all these tabs, calendar, courses, students, and I'll tell you how to make the most out of SmartCookie. Let's go! So first things first, you'll need to look for smartcookieapp.com and click Start for Free. Here, you can either continue with email or continue with Google, as I'm doing. And that's it. The first time you open SmartCookie, you will see a small tutorial inside the app where you can step by step walk through all the main parts of the app. However, in this tutorial, I'll skip these parts for now because I'm telling you how to do it, okay? But anyway, I recommend you to walk through this tutorial that we've prepared for you. The first thing we are going to do in SmartCookie is import our lessons from Google Calendar. If you happen to use Google Calendar right now for your teaching business, you probably have tons of lessons in there. So you can just with that, with one click, import your Google Calendar and you can exclude tasks or stuff that you don't want to see in SmartCookie's calendar. Just like that, imagine you want to exclude the gym sessions you have or the dentist sessions you have, whatever. You can click there and the app will detect and exclude all these sessions, and you will only see the groups that you have with the students that you have already and the sessions that you have in your original calendar. So imagine you want to skip this part, you want to skip the dentist part, you can take it out, just click. Once you check that everything is correct, the students are correct, you don't want to edit anything, that's it. The import is done, and just with one click, you have all your original groups, just like that. However, what happens if you want to create your course manually, create your course inside SmartCookie? You can follow this mini tutorial, or if you want, you can also click here in the courses tab and orange button, new course. Every time you see an orange button, click there because good things will happen inside the app. So what kind of sessions are you planning? This is the first question we ask you to answer once you create a course. We have 4 kinds of lessons, and you will see in the mini tutorial that you have like a guideline that walks you through it. You see, I click here and I have mini explanations that I will skip for now. But anyway, what are these different kinds of sessions? One-to-one sessions, one-to-one lessons, closed ones are the traditional ones. I have sessions with Mark and I only have sessions with him. It's one-to-one and we decide the timetable, just Mark and me. That's one-to-one lessons. Group lessons, these ones are the traditional group lessons from private schools, academies, whatever. I have sessions with Mark, Peter, and Charles, and it's always Mark, Peter, and Charles. Nobody else comes in, and it doesn't change. It does not change. What about meetings or open meetings or meetings one-to-one? This group here where you have one person and then another person with a question mark. This is thought to be used for e-coffees, discovery calls, or meetings with anybody, as you see there. This means you can have anybody inside this slot that you will set in your availability link. Remember this availability link because later we will talk about this. And then open doors, this is thought to be used for book clubs or open groups, whatever you are using in your current project as a teacher, you can do it there. This is thought to be a group where people come in, go out in no particular order, and one Friday you will have some people and the following Friday you will have some other people. Okay? So let's start with one-to-one lessons. Let's create a group, one-to-one lessons, just to have one example. We click there, we click continue, and let me add a name. I can change the color, write the description, and add price per hour, add level, add schedule, and all this information. Here, there's a very important part. Allow students to book sessions. You can either have it on or off. You either allow students to do that or you don't. If you do allow students to book sessions, later in your availability link, the one I mentioned before and the one that we will see in a minute, these sessions will appear so that the student can rearrange, reschedule lessons, or even book lessons themselves. So you will see this later, and remember this icon here, the link icon, it will be very important. For now, you need to decide whether you want your students to book sessions themselves or not, and then you keep this activate or not. Okay, so tutorial Martina 2026 is ready. Again, I will skip this. This is what you see the first time you open a course. Everything is empty. You can click the orange buttons, as I told you. And if SmartCookie detects you're going the wrong way, the app will guide you on how to go through the correct path. For example, if I want to add a session without students enrolled first, the app will let me know. So let's add a student. You can either add your students from scratch or from your list of students. Let me add Martina from scratch. I can either type email or phone or none of those, although I recommend you to at least have one contact per student. And once I add the student, I can immediately assign packs if I work with packs of lessons, or I can go to sessions and add sessions. Imagine I want to add sessions that start at 7 a.m. and that appear to happen on Monday and Friday, and after 15 times, we are done with Martina's course. So I click there, click add sessions, and as you can see, the app automatically sets all the sessions without you needing to type into an Excel file and counts how many completed sessions have happened, the attendance, and of course, you can leave notes here that will appear here, and the app is based on a drag and drop formula so that you can drag and drop notes from your to-do list into your done list, from today's to-do list into your next week to-do list if you didn't have time to complete your tasks. And you can also leave quick notes here, quick notes that are not related with any particular session. For example, if your student has an issue with pronunciation that is not related to any particular lesson, you can leave it there in the quick notes section and avoiding the relationship between that problem and one specific lesson. So it's something you can quickly see. That's why it's called quick notes. You can quickly see it no matter where in the calendar are you, okay? So now the packs. You can sell, of course, lesson packs to students, not one lesson. So if you avoid the charging lessons per hour and you prefer to charge lessons per packs because it's easier for you, you can create the pack, my first pack. You can add how many sessions you want to deliver in the pack. You can add how many days long will be valid, and you can add a price to this session pack. With this button, with a box and a plus, you can add your first pack of lessons and you can start the pack whenever you want. So if you started the pack, I don't know, last month, and you click, the app will automatically count how many lessons this student has used from this pack so that you never, never, ever need to count again manually. Okay, and this saves massive amounts of time. Okay, another thing you need to know is that if you leave notes here in Monday the 17th of August, these notes will automatically appear here so that you can see the same notes for the same dates without copying and pasting and going around and getting lost, which was what happened to me all the time before SmartCookie existed. So that's pretty much all in courses. You can change the view from box format into list format. And again, as I'm saying, you can play around the app and discover tiny little things that you will see once you are inside and you play around the app. So this is the calendar view. You can, of course, change the view. You can see the month view or the week view, whatever feels more useful to you. And what is amazing about SmartCookie is that this is the course that we created a minute ago, by the way. You can click there and the course will open. You can click. And basically what I'm trying to say is that SmartCookie is built in such a way that you will always find what you're looking for. Basically, you don't need to look around for where is the Martina's course. No, it is here, it is here, it is here, it is everywhere. It is also in the course tab, and you will find it. Either way, you will find it, no matter how is your mind going away and how your mind wanders. No, you will find the courses when you need them. You will be able to drop more notes to each course if you need it directly from the calendar without needing to open the course. And of course, this note that I just added here, of course, appears here and appears also here so that I can, again, drag and drop and drag and drop. And this is because I know that when you are teaching, you don't have that much time to copy and paste and look for the tab. And no, sometimes you will open one course from one side, sometimes you will open it from another side, and that's perfectly okay because SmartCookie understands you. So also there's something else you can do in the calendar tab, which is check the attendance. You can either mark the person is here, the person is not here, or the person has told me something and I am letting this person not be here in class with me because he or she has some kind of excuse, and we have an agreement. If I have 24 hours notice, whatever and ever, that is how you deal with your teaching business. However, no matter the rules you set, SmartCookie is here to help you, okay? So, of course, the attendance is automatically saved, and as you've seen in the panel of each course, you will see all your statistics. Also, if you click on the name of your students, you will open this profile with all courses that your student is part of and all the information that is relevant related to that particular student. What else? There's something here that says connect. And of course, you can connect your Google Calendar so that SmartCookie reads your calendar and everything is synchronized. And voila, the integrations appear here. And talking about integrations, let's move on to Stripe integration. Why? Because it will be about the last part of SmartCookie that I want to show you, and this is the payments part. So let's go back to SmartCookie's home just quickly to show you the students from another point. Yeah, it's just a list of students. This is where we were at a second ago. So yeah, let's go to payments. This is the last part I want to show you. And this also saves you massive amounts of time. You don't need to count manually, never, ever again. So how do we do this? Let's see. I will quickly create a course for you to see just how quick SmartCookie goes. I will open my calendar. I will drag this slot. I will create a new course, one-to-one. Let's call it tutorial 2. I will put it in another color, create, view course, okay? And I will assign a student from scratch, not from my list. The student is called tutorial 2. And I will also add some sessions on Sundays that will end at the end of the year I will add my Google Meet link. Have you seen that? That's because I connected my Google Calendar. So I have this student, I have these sessions, and I need to be sure that I have a price per hour. Let's say I'm charging 10 euros per hour. So now if I go to payments and I refresh, I will have my tutorial 2 course, and I will click on new bill, and I will see my 3 sessions on the 3 Sundays that are calculated automatically just like that. I can also change the billing period. Imagine I want to count 2 months instead of 1 or 3 or whatever. And now I cannot create the bill because I need to first add my billing details. Let's do that quickly. So as you can see, I've added some fake billing details. I can also change tax details and so on and so forth. Now the billing details are saved, and here I don't see the banner anymore. I can just create a bill for this tutorial 2 course that I just created in one click. I can change the billing period, and now I can create my bill. If tutorial 2 has an email, this student will automatically get this bill, and if you have Stripe connected, the student will be able to pay in one click. Once I create the bill, the amount of money that needs to be paid to me will appear in the unpaid tab, and the same thing will work for the amount of money that is paid will appear in the paid tab, and the money that is still to be billed will appear here. For example, this pack that I created before. And that's pretty much everything you need to know. Of course, there are small details that you can click and discover around. Remember, orange button is always a good sign. And there's one thing that I still need to tell you about, which is your availability. Forget about back and forth messages through WhatsApp or calls or emails. No. With this feature that, of course, you'll find explained in the tutorial inside the app, you can add your availability just like that. You can set it up. This availability will be crossed against the actual availability you have according to the lessons you have in your calendar, because, of course, SmartCookie knows the lessons that are inside your calendar, and this availability will be shown in your availability link, that it will be personalized only for you. You can copy it here, you can copy it here as well. And then if you share this with your students, this is what your students will see. So here, because it's a one-to-one private course, only your student Martina will be able to enter here. However, if we create an open course, one of these courses that I was talking to you about before, imagine we open a e-coffee course, okay? And we call it coffee tutorial. And I'm just going to use the colors because I love them. As you can see, this is on always, because this type of course is designed for people to join from anywhere. It doesn't matter if they are part of your student list or not. This is an open course, okay? So this coffee tutorial, if now I refresh, appears here, and it will show only the availability that I actually have, taking into account the availability that I have and the classes that I have. So it will be your true availability without back and forth messages or WhatsApps. And your students will be able to just click in one slot that they want, your students or anybody that wants to join to this coffee with you, and just with one click, booking confirmed. And this person will get an email with the booking confirmed and everything. And of course, if I refresh here, I will get my next meeting already prepared with this person already there. So this is super helpful for your business as well, because you will have instantly all the emails of every single person that has been in touch with you, interested in your courses, in your teaching project, or anything you can imagine. So, notifications tab, very simple, very easy. You can read them, you can leave it unread if you want to read them later, whatever. You can get the notification, you can see it in your calendar, and basically that's it. We are all set up. As I said, go ahead, take a look at every single part of Smart Cookie. I'm so happy that you've watched this. Again, I want to say that this app is made from my own experience as a language teacher for the past 9 years and from the experiences of more than 100 colleagues, teachers as well, independent teachers, teachers that work in academies, all sorts of teachers, and it's made for teachers like you. So, having said that, again, thanks for watching, and I'm waiting for you inside the app. Take the most out of this free trial and see you soon. Bye. Thank you.